back to tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Bruce, and man, I missed you guys so much. I know it's only been a week, but hey, it is what it is, right? I hope you guys are doing good out there, and boy, we have a show for you tonight. I'm telling you right now, you talk about guest, you talk about star guest, celebrity freaking power kind of guest. Alex freaking Skuby is on the show tonight. Oh my God, I'm talking about actor Alex Skuby, podcast host Alex Skuby. The guy has done it all, and he's on this show tonight. So look forward to that. Great interview with him coming up. And also, ladies and gentlemen, a great music performance by Dangerous Young. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the official AC/DC tribute band is on the show tonight. And I don't think you could get better than a movie review like this. Mr. Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk, Christopher Lloyd, and Reza, right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to review that movie. Oh, man. What a week I've had. Man, I'm telling you, I've been working non-stop on this show, you know, to make this show the best thing on YouTube. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, things start picking up. You know, last week, my God, the numbers are out, and it's amazing. The people love it. I've been getting feedback on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. I appreciate you guys. Scott Harden, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. What a guest. The host of Home of Halloween's You Run podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss it, because this coming Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to want to miss it. It's the review unlike no other. Ladies and gentlemen, me, Scott, Mark, the three amigos are back together. And we're going to be reviewing Sharknado, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be cool. Scott, the host of Home of Halloween, invited me and Mark on to be his co-host. I think that's badass. I can't wait to see it. We did the video, you know, portion of it. Then we did the voiceover of it. And it's going to be pretty badass. So if you guys would do the honors of go and follow Home of Halloween, Scott. And let me tell you something, on Instagram, under Home of Halloween, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. I would appreciate it. And he would appreciate it. And Mark would appreciate it. MW Horror Reviews. Go check out his account on Instagram. I'm telling you right now, great review page right there. I shouted him out last week, and I'm shouting him out again this week. Yeah, I'm doing it. But yeah, go check it out. Once again, thanks, Scott, for last week. It was pretty badass. Great time interviewing you. We're definitely going to do it again. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys see who's back in town? Yes, Mr. Blues Clues himself, Steve Barnes, or Burns. Is it Barnes or Burns? It's one of the Barnes or Burns, okay? But he's back. The guy had the balls to say, I never left you guys. I've been with you all this time. No, you didn't, my friend. Let me tell you why you didn't. Because I was there. I was there when I was a little kid, and I was a big fan of Blue's Clues, man. I had the teddy bear, for God's sake. This was when I was a little kid, by the way. I don't still have the teddy bear. One thing led to another. And he says, I haven't left you guys. Yes, you did. You left us for 20 years. I still feel it, my friend. I still feel it. But he's back, you know, making waves. You know, they gave him a nice paycheck. Hey, come and reprise your role as the host of Blue's Clues. I wish they gave me the role. I would do it pretty well, man. I'm telling you right now, I would do that job to the bottom line. I'm telling you right now. I could do the song. Blue's Clues, Blue's Clues. You gotta pick a number, and that's your favorite clue. I don't know. I don't remember it, okay? I was a kid, okay? I'm an adult now. I'm a 34-year-old man singing Blue's Clues on a YouTube channel. Moving on. In other news, last week we had some technical problems with the show. You know, there was the screen kept going in and out. Black. It was dark. It started turning light again. It was really annoying, okay? I tried making jokes out of it. It didn't work. So me and, you know, the wife, we ended up having a little argument about it after the show. But what happened was, I didn't know I was still recording. I didn't stop the video. So, yes, and I thought about this. Should I release the footage? And you know what? I'm going to do it. So here's footage from last week of me and my girl arguing. And boy, do I give it to her. Okay, check it out.
How dare you say that to me?
Mira lo que le hizo el vestido. Mira lo que le pasó al vestido. Me dijo que tenía un size 12 y se lo puso y lo rompió todo. ¿Para qué se puso vestido si sabía que no iba a caber, señora?
Gracias.
Este vestidito, esta cochita tan flaquita, este pedacito de tela. $59.95. Y después de todo eso hay que pagar también plus sale tax.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. She had it coming. She had it coming. She, for her to tell me what she told me before, all that. And I told her what I told her. But at the end of the day, we had we worked it out, and we made it work. It was a pretty good night, if you ask me again. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you tonight. I do want to talk about a little situation. A little sad news to report. I lost a friend this week, believe it or not. It was a really sad week for me. He didn't die. No. Friendship died. Yeah. It was a good friend, man. I knew him for, 6 months? But yeah, so he asked me for a favor. He said, hey, I need that phone number, man. I need that phone number you promised me because I need it as a reference. I'm about to lose this job, man. I need that phone number. So I said, no problem, pal. I just got off an 8-hour shift, by the way. Okay, I was tired. I was laying down, so I started writing the number in the phone. And as I'm getting halfway through, I knocked out. I couldn't help it. 8-hour shift. I was tired, man. So one thing led to another. I woke up 6 hours later. Poor guy's waiting for the message to come through. It never did. I woke up and I see the phone on my chest. I start finishing the message. Once I finish writing the message, I send it. Realizing it's 6 hours later, I noticed that he sent me a voicemail. It went something like this. For God's sake, just give me the damn number! Keep in mind, I cherish the guy's friendship. But it wasn't meant to be, He was pretty upset. I think he lost a job. And I think he's about to lose his apartment. Yeah. My apologies, pal. My apologies. It happens. It happens to everybody. But moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to other news in the industry, I want to talk a little bit about Batman. Michael Keaton, of course, everybody knows he's returning to the Flash movie as Batman. But guess what? Breaking news right here on Tonight with Bruce Martin. He's actually going to be reprising the role of Batman in a solo movie about Bruce Wayne. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So that's going to come out after Flash, but that's a totally different project that he's working on. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Keaton is just an amazing actor. You can't go wrong with the guy. If you guys just saw the movie he did recently with Samuel Jackson, I have a brain fart because I can't get the name, and I just saw it just 2-3 days ago. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. I know it has Maggie Q in it, yes. Put it this way. I'm going to put it on the screen. Okay, the name of the movie is on the screen. I hate myself for not remembering that movie. And I don't want to cut this out because this is funny shit. I'm talking about one of my favorite actors, and I can't remember the freaking movie he was in 2 days ago. I don't know. So there's the movie title right there. Just look it up right there. But it was a pretty badass movie. In other news, Clint Eastwood's coming back doing another film called Cry Macho. I think that's pretty badass. Did you guys see that cat hanging from the Miami's game the other day? It was like in the stadium. Check out the video. Of course, the cat was hanging. He's like, what are you guys looking at? I do this all the time. One thing lets you know that he falls. He actually lands on an American flag. The guy holds him up like it's the Lion King. I got emotional. I'll tell you why I got emotional. Because my dad used to do that to me. I miss my dad. I mean, one time he put me out the front, out of my window in the apartment. Luckily, it was just the first floor. But he put me out the window. He's like, look, son, because I was a huge fan of the Lion King. I was like, Dad, dude, yeah, pick me up. He's like, look, son, look at the birds. He dropped me. I mean, he was, keep in mind, he was 70 or 65, okay? I was a little kid. He had, the arthritis in the hands, I understood. I forgave him. He dropped me. Luckily, I fell into the trash can. It was metal, one of those hard, strict trash cans, but yes, I fell inside the trash can. First story, by the way, but everything was good. It was a good memory. I miss my dad. I really do. For times like that, they dropped me into a trash can out the first story window. Another news, ladies and gentlemen. 9/11 was last week, and I was honored to be a part of New York City Cops Instagram account, one of the big Instagram accounts out there, ladies and gentlemen. Go check him out, support him. Great photographer in New York City. He was doing a poll, asked some people to be a part of a project he was working on for 9/11 to get their experiences and stuff like that. I was honored. I said, yeah, I would love to do that. So me and a few other people did a video package. We talked about our experiences and stuff like that. I'm not going to give you all the details. You guys can go check it out on Instagram, and also go give him a follow, New York City Cop. His name is Kelly Cop, but go check him out on Instagram. I just want to give him a little shout out there, and rest in peace to all the families and the people that worked in the building, the EMTs, the first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, you name it. Rest in peace, and man, it was just a horrible day. Horrible day. But if you want to hear my story, I'm telling you right now, go to New York City Cops Instagram account. My story's up there for you guys to view. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you tonight. I'm sorry about the long monologue. I know it kind of drained you out. But Alex Skuby, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Skuby, actor Alex Skuby's on the show tonight, so don't miss that. Also a great performance by Dangerous Young. And coming up next, great movie review, short and sweet, the Mr. Nobody. Yes, I was gonna say, it's not called Short and Sweet, it's Mr. Nobody. But yes, we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be a good one. Did you see that? Just like completely knocked everything off. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bar.
Welcome back to tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A great movie review for you this evening, and that is Mr. Nobody 2021, starring Bob Odenkirk as Hutch, Christopher Lloyd as David, and of course the great Reza as Harry. Ladies and gentlemen, a great film from start to finish. By the way, it's probably going to be a little rated R, so put the kids to sleep and enjoy the show. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie, then come back and watch this review. Sometimes I make mistakes and I review the movie and then I say that message at the end of the movie review. It happens. But pretty much, you know, this movie has it all. The action, the drama, you name it. You talk about Christopher Lloyd. Let's give Christopher Lloyd the benefit of the doubt. I mean, oh my God, what a performance by him. You're talking about Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Okay, this movie is a family reunion, but for Christopher Lloyd, for David in this movie, you talk about a guy that his original saying was 1.21 gigawatts, right? Well, in this movie, he's giving you 1.21 seconds to get your fucking ass out of the fucking house before he blows it off. Yes, that's the kind of movie this is. He used to be a time-traveling scientist. Now he's a time-traveling killing machine. I mean, this guy has it all. But besides his performance, Reza, let's give Reza the benefit of the doubt. Also, he's amazing in this movie. He's been in tons of movies. But Reza, his performance as Harry, the half-brother in this movie, amazing. An amazing performance. He's on the radio at first, and then he becomes, you know, we see the full star at the end of the film. Now, let's talk about Hutch. Bob Odenkirk. Ladies and gentlemen, an amazing performance. This guy's coming off the heels of Better Call Saul as Saul Goodman. And then he's also coming off of Breaking Bad. And he's doing drama and comedy. But this is his first major action movie. And ladies and gentlemen, he did his own stunts. He did his own stunts. Even the stunt coordinator, the people behind the scenes were telling him, hey, what are you doing? We have people for this. He was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to do my own stunts because I've been looking for this moment for my whole life. You know what I mean? Kind of messed up there. But yes, he was looking forward to this moment his whole life. And one thing led to another, and they decided to let him do his own stunts. It took him 2 years of, you know, getting ready for this role, you know, because they approached him about it, and they said, you know what, we want to do this movie, and we like your story, because he had a story back in when he was younger. He had 2 home invasions in his real life. So this is based on true events, this movie. And you know, when those events happened in his life, they robbed him and this and that, they attacked the family. He didn't know what to do. All he thought about was, what if I did this? So he put all that real life stuff into this movie, and that's why he trained, and that's why he wanted to do his own stunts. And his performance by far is an amazing performance. He knocks it out of the park, along with Christopher Lloyd and Reza. Even the guy that plays Julian, my apologies to my Russian fans, I'm not very good at the names. But Julian, he's the Russian bad guy in the movie, okay? And one thing leads to another. Hutch, you know, he gets on this bus after he goes and gets the merchandise that these thieves stole from his house. He gets it. He doesn't kill the people. He wants to kill them. That's that former assassin mentality that's coming out of his, you know, his head. He's like, I gotta kill these guys, you know, because they robbed me. They took my dignity away in a way. And one thing leads to another. He doesn't kill them because their son is sick. So he's like, he has that little, you know, family heart going on, family guy thing going on, where he's like, oh, I feel bad. I'm not gonna kill him. So he leaves. He gets on the city bus. Now let me tell you something about this scene, ladies and gentlemen. This scene on the bus is amazing. From start to finish. It is non-stop. I'm telling you, he did his own stunts. So every scene in this movie was perfectly put together so it could showcase his skills as an actor, as a performer. And ladies and gentlemen, he nails it. He nails it. So he pretty much knocks out these guys. Knocks out Julian's boys. One thing leads to another. Julian sends all these guys to come after Hutch. Bob Odenkirk and his family and his friends. And believe it or not, they start with the father at the nursing home. And believe it or not, he's only there as a decoy, waiting for that call to come back to work, because he's also a former assassin himself. And let me tell you something. Christopher Lloyd, by himself in this film, nailed it. The way he blasts these 2 guys out of the nursing home, okay? Like nothing. Was beautiful. The guy's 80 years old, but my God, you don't see that. You don't see that. Age is just a number when you're at that age. Look at Clint Eastwood, still making movies at 92 years old. So Christopher Lloyd, come on. I love it. And he's got more up his sleeve. But, you know, the movie pretty much progresses from there. You know, you got them, they're coming after the family. He burns down his house. He burns down a factory full of money. And this whole thing's just an explosion waiting to happen at the end, which does happen. It is an explosive finale in this movie, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it took about 34 days to film this whole film, believe it or not. And not a lot of, nobody else was auditioned for this role. Nobody else was up for the role of Hutch. It was mainly from the original idea from Bob Odenkirk. So when he got the filming sheet, the script and everything like that, he was down. He was ready to go. But you couldn't ask for 3 better actors in this film. Even the bad guy that plays Julian. I mean, holy shit. Wow. Like, amazing. Everybody did an amazing performance. And you remember that scene where Hutch is sitting down with the bad Russian guy? I mean, that scene was right out of Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. You know, from back when they did Heat back in the 90s. That same table scene that was made famous from Heat ends up in this movie between Bob Odenkirk and the bad Russian. And let me tell you something. That was badass. Seeing that scene, you automatically it takes you back. So I thought that was pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, an explosive finale, an explosive film, 3 great actors in this film. You can't go wrong with it. I don't want to give a lot away because, well, I pretty much did already. Like I said, I always give too much away and then I say I didn't give too much away. But to end it, I just want to say, imagine John Wick versus Hutch. Come on, Wick versus Hutch, Bob Odenkirk versus Keanu Reeves in a crossover movie. How badass would that be? I think that would be pretty badass. You never know. You never know nowadays. You know, they're both in their 50s. Anything's possible. There's actually rumors of a sequel, you know, because at the end of the movie, it pretty much gives you that idea. He's like, you know, you can't live this this family life anymore. He's living a lie. He loves his family, but at the end of the day, he loves what he was first. And that was one of the best to do it. And like I said, go see the film. Not that I'm scoring the film, you know, but I would give it a definite 10 out of 10, because it's just an amazing film. It's that good of a film. So ladies and gentlemen, go see Mr. Nobody. It's online. It's everywhere you can stream stuff. And trust me, you ain't going to be disappointed. especially with all the performances. And real quick, before I end this one more time, a great performance by Reza. You know, he starts off as the brother from, you know, on the radio. At first, you're like in the movie, you're like, okay, he's on the radio, he's coming from some kind of signal, and then you know, you're like, who is it? Who is this guy? Who's this character? What is the blow off here? He ends up being the half brother of Hutch, and then the son of David, Christopher Lloyd. And then at the end of the movie, man, the way this guy uses the guns, his action scenes and everything like that, Reza, his performance is by far one of my favorites in the film. And that's about it. So I just want to let you guys know, go see the movie. And by the way, Bob Odenkirk suffered a cardiac event about a month ago. He's expected to make a full recovery. I hope everything works out for him, because he needs to get back on set to do Better Call Saul, which is currently filming its final season. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, my well wishes out to Bob Odenkirk. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we got a great interview with the one and only Alex Skuby. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. I mean, don't go anywhere, because if you missed this interview, I'm going to find you. And I'm going to... I did say it was rated R, right? I'm kidding. Don't cancel me now. I'm kidding. Or am I? We'll be right back.
Well, Canadian euro.
Oh, Canadian dollars. 13 million Canadian dollars works out to about $11 American. So that's
Okay, that's perfect. Let's go with that.
I bet you if you watched Below Deck from start to finish, you're about to. From start to finish, you would love it.
What the fuck is Below Deck?
Below Deck explores the lives of yachties.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you will.
No, here's the thing, Wayne. I'm an actor. Okay? I am scripted. I like when I get on stage, but when you you're gonna do that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Believe it or not, we have a great guest tonight. You know him from The Fosters as Detective Joe Gray, and also the King of Queens as Doug Prezant. Ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, Alex Skuby. Yes.
How are you?
What's going on, buddy? So I'm telling you right now, I mean, yes, I've been trying to get you on here for a while. Believe it or not, I've been following you for a few years now, since the Facebook days. Then you deleted your Facebook for reasons I already know.
Yeah.
And now you got your like 10th Instagram account or something like that.
Yeah, I'm on my 8th Instagram account. Yeah, I keep getting sick of it, and then I delete it. The only problem is when I come back, I can't use the same name as before. They don't let you do that, so I have to, come up with a different name. So now it's like official Alex Skuby, but yeah, then my follower count always just goes down and down and down and down. So I think I have like 8 followers.
Was it because you couldn't reactivate it, or you forgot your password?
Well, no. Once it goes past a certain date, it's just deleted. So if you choose to delete your account, they give you like a certain amount of time to come back to it. But then if you don't do it, it just goes away. So
man, I just had my Instagram hacked about I'll say 2 months ago in June. I had 2,800 people followers, and then all of a sudden I download this app for Instagram, and some guy took my password, changed my email and everything. I couldn't get back in, so I created this. Yeah,
it's wild. I have a friend who's actually a playwright, Howard Scora, and someone has taken his pictures when he posts them, and they build these accounts with him as using his pictures, and he can't get them deleted. Like there's accounts out there where he's like a realtor. And in another account with his picture, he's like a waiter at like an Applebee's or something. And it's just like all these different accounts. And he always writes me, he's like, I can't get this fucking shit off. I can't get them. That's like, and they're his pictures. Like they're his pictures.
No, yeah, I'm actually following him. I think he's following me too. William Butler too, which is
William. Yeah, he's my neighbor.
Your neighbor. Yeah, he's cool people too. But yeah, I mean, like it's crazy. I finally got the new Instagram back, the new one, and I was able to build up that one. But before you know it, you're gonna get yours back up to the numbers, that you had before.
Well, we'll see. I mean, again, it's like I don't know that I care anymore, to be honest with you. Oh, the other thing is with my Twitter account. So I deactivated that about 3 months ago. Deactivated. What I didn't know is that once you deactivate your Twitter account, even if it's just for a time being, even if you say like, I'll be back soon, they take away your verified badge. So now I can't get it back. I can't get it back. They won't give me the option to try to, to re-verify. So it's just all like, it's all just bureaucratic fucking.
Yeah, I know a few people that haven't been deactivated, but they change their name just slightly and then they lose the badge.
They lose the badge. They lose the badge. And Instagram will never verify. I don't know what the hell. Like I know people out there that have accounts that have less credits than me and they're verified. And I'm just like, what the hell? And every time I've tried to apply in the past, they always come back with the same thing. You don't qualify. And I'm like,
yeah, I've seen that before.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I've seen that many times. I'm like, who are you? What have you done?
What the fuck?
It doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about your upcoming. Believe it or not, you're not going to give too much away. I know that, but you're coming back to the play world. The play stage, Broadway. But compared to this new one, Gaslight House, how is the challenges here compared to Damaged Furniture when you were doing it back a few years back?
Well, luckily, first of all, there's a pandemic, so that's a big issue. But aside from what we already know about that, it's great. So Howard Skora is one of my great friends. He's also a brilliant playwright. This will be my third play with him. So I already know going into this production what his characters are like, right? So how he writes very dysfunctional family kind of situations. So I did Miserable with an Ocean View in 2015 with him. Wonderful cast, rave reviews. We got extended. We ran 6 months, sold out shows. 3 years later, 2018, we did Damaged Furniture. My wife, who's an actress, was in that with me. And we got extended, that one. This one, I think the script tops them all. I think this one is just total insanity. I play a psychiatrist who has problems of his own. And he goes back to Montauk, which is New York, and he goes back to see his family, but he brings his fiance along, and it just goes haywire from there. I'm not going to tell the story, but it's insane. It's insanity. So we already started trying to get the script into rehearsal form because Howard always overwrites. So he's overwritten about 30 pages. So we're slowly, before I go back to Austin, Texas for a couple months, we're slowly kind of chipping away at the script to remove pages and dialogue and stuff that's not needed, maybe some stuff that's redundant. And then we'll start rehearsals in January, and we're looking to open in March if there's not like the Omega variant, which we're all dead.
Yeah. I mean, this thing has been going on for so long. And of course, that's one of the things I admire about you is because you speak your mind. I've been following you. I knew the actor, yes, but at the same time, and that's Doug Pruzan, King of Queens, classic. There's no doubt about it. But when I found out the person and I got to know the person and I followed you and your wife as well, Mo Collins, I was like, wow, this guy, has his head on right. You know what I mean? Because whether it's Trump, we already know how that went. The pandemic, yes, get vaccinated. But at the same time, wear your mask. And I saw your wife's post and I was like, that's what people are not understanding is like, once you get vaccinated, just still wear your mask just for the hell of it. It'll go away faster if people just listen. But then again, look where we're at,
No, we're at, the other thing is like, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
We have to go back there and it's like, we bought a house in Austin and I'm kind of worried, man. It's like, with what Texas just did, two things, right? And again, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because everyone knows what's going on, but it's like women's rights, reproductive rights, what the fuck? And then, this open carry, guns, you don't need a permit, it's just like, dude. So, I mean, it's just, it's like,
One thing after another, exactly.
My God. And like, other countries. So like my co-host on my podcast I have, he lives in Canada. He's from Canada.
Yeah.
And he keeps asking me like, what the fuck is going on in America, man? What are they doing out there, And so other countries are looking at us like we've dropped the ball. Like we're just, I don't know. So
big time. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get into it either that much, but the women's rights, I mean, are you kidding me? Like what's going on there? You know what I mean? Like, and it's always these old white men,
What the hell?
Yeah, like, and Greg Abbott, whatever the hell his name is.
Oh my God.
And then Florida, don't even get me started with Florida. It's the same
Oh
thing.
my God, DeSantis. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
It's a disaster. And this is what's the problem. People are not seeing this, They're just saying, oh yeah, he's letting the parents run the show, and then the parents are gonna be like, yeah, let the kids go to school and without their mask. Like,
yeah.
This is going to go on for a while because unfortunately, but then again, people have to go back to work. So, you got to keep doing what you're doing. But as long
I'd
as
like to say this, the craziest thing was I see the other day is that, so Abbott, the governor of Texas, is on TV and someone asked him, about the whole rape or incest thing. So a woman can't get an abortion. She's got to carry it to term if she's raped or say her father molests her or God forbid, And Abbott's response was, God, he's such a fucking piece of shit. His response was, something to the effect of, no, they can get an abortion up to 6 weeks. Meanwhile, everyone knows that most women don't even know they're pregnant until after 6 weeks. Yep. So that right there is all bullshit. Then he says this, just so it's known, something to that. I'm kind of not on point. He says, we are trying to remove rapists from the street. No one should ever, rape is illegal. It's a crime and no one should have to deal with that. But meanwhile, he makes open carry with guns a thing with no permit and no license, right?
No training, nothing.
Then he's saying he's going to get the rapists. First of all, those two things together, rapists and open carry, there's going to be more fucking violence, man. There's going to be more people harmed. It's just all.
And it's going to take people like me and you to actually get carried, a license to carry, because we don't know who's going to be around us when we're out with the family.
I know, but I don't want to carry a fucking gun either, man.
Nobody wants to, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'd rather have one and protect my wife from these lunatics that don't actually have the right mind to carry one. But I don't have one yet, but I do plan to get one. You never know. But yeah, it's just a crazy time right now with the whole politics and all that stuff. But let's move on.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with you 100%, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about King of Queens real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
No, I know you get this 1,000 times. Trust me, I heard all your podcasts. I went back to 2019 and I heard one on Spotify the other day. It was Alex Skuby, something. With the woman.
Yeah. It was called Skuby Talk, I think, or something like that.
Something like that, yes. But yes, going from a comedy. Now you've done many shows, many movies, but going from a comedy like that, which was brilliant, by the way, all the way to Detective Joe Gray, a drama. Now, did you see, was it a challenge for you to do that? To change pace?
Well, first, it's funny you're asking that. It's a great question, actually. I started in drama. So I'm a theater actor, right? So when I lived in Chicago for 7 years, and did plays, and the majority of the plays I was doing and most of my time spent studying the craft was drama. I didn't really do comedy until I came to LA. I knew I could do it, but I just didn't know at what level and what. So I consider myself pretty versatile when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like comedy, yeah. I mean, I think I'm kind of a funny person in general. I don't take things too seriously unless I take them seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So So when it comes to like, I just did a drama. I filmed out in Austin, Texas. I can't say what it is. I can't say what it is, which I hate, but, and that'll be coming out soon on TV. It's a TV series. You know, it's not a big, it's for me personally, it's not a big transition. It is, the comedy part is just kind of my child inside me. The little Alex Skuby wanting to play. The drama is the more, you know, older Alex Skuby, just just kind of communicating real life scenario. I don't know if that answers the question.
Perfectly said, actually, if you think about it. No, that does answer the question. I always wanted to know because I was a big fan of both characters. So I was like, it's cool how you can level it out and still perform at a high level, believe it or not. Now, you mentioned your wife earlier, and you know, I just want to know real quick, if you don't mind telling, like, how did that whole thing come to be? What was it, like 10, 12 years ago?
How we got together?
Yes.
So, you know, it's funny. So I was getting divorced, and I moved to, I got in a townhome on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles with a friend of mine. And, you know, we were going out every night and you know, going to bars and doing stuff. And one night I was out, and one of our other friends met us up. And this was time when like online dating was like just, I don't know if it was just starting. It wasn't just starting, but it was kind of in the infancy, you know. And he's like, you got to check out this site, you know. And I'm, you know, I got a nice buzz going. He's like, you got to check out this site called nerve.com. And I'm like, sounds like a porn site. He's like, well, half of it is. The other half is legit. And I'm like, what? I'm not doing that. 3 more drinks, I go home, and I'm like, nerve.com. You know, so I went on and I created this profile.
Yeah.
And it was just some literally, I wish I still had a picture of it. Literally, my profile picture was me in a space helmet. I was like, because I didn't take it seriously. And then next morning I wake up and I got a wink from someone. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So I click on it, and it's just a woman named Mo Collins. And I'm like, now I didn't watch Mad TV. I didn't watch that stuff. You know, I didn't know really. I mean, I just didn't. So I winked back, and I was like, oh, she's beautiful. So I winked back, and we got to talking after a couple of days, you know, and then that moved over to like texting, you know, and then the funny thing is before we went out, my sister had called me, says, what are you doing? I said, oh, I have a date. And she's like, oh my God, that's great. I'm like, yeah. She's like, is she an actress? I go, yeah. She says she's an actress. And it's Mo Collins. And my sister, who's 12 years younger than me, goes, what? Mo Collins? I'm like, yeah. She's like, from Mad TV? I'm like, yeah, Mad TV. She's like, oh my God. Like, she was like, freaking out. And I was like, what the hell? So anyway, go on our first date at a place called Cat and the Fiddle, which is no longer there on Sunset Boulevard. And it was there for a long, long time. We had, as soon as she walked in, I saw her. And as soon as we saw each other, we started laughing, like just laughing. And we both kind of knew at that moment, like, oh, there you are. It was just, it was insane. And then we've been together for 12 years now since then.
Well, I want to congratulate you guys because I think it's badass. I see your relationship on social media, and I couldn't wish you nothing but the best right now. Cheers.
Cheers, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Real quick, I want to tell you, I met my wife at the same time. 13, 14 years ago on MySpace, I sent the first message. She replied 2 months later.
Yeah. 2 months.
I had a girlfriend, so she was like, she noticed that, but you know, I dumped her, and then I just continued talking with her. 2 months later, I moved to Texas. Believe it or not, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, yeah.
Yeah, so I got family in Jersey, so that's like a connection. Like, you're from Jersey, I'm from Brooklyn, East Coast. Now we're in Texas. We both met our women online. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
No, it's cool. Yeah, it's great. That's great. Yeah, it's funny you said MySpace. I was like, oh my God, MySpace.
I don't even know. Did you have a MySpace?
I think I did. Yeah, it was, and I remember being like, this is amazing. Like, we could just sit here and like look at that. And it's just so like, now that's kind of like using phone books. Or when you see a phone book.
That's perfectly said.
It's kind of like phone books or something. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Another question is, what's the status? I mean, yeah, I saw it on IMDb, but I want to get your take on it. What's the status of My Babysitter, the Superhero? Because I know it's been delayed a few times already.
Ah, man, I mean, we did that in 2017.
Oh.
So, but that's an independent film, and it's I just watched it for the first time last week. The first time I got to view it, and it's fun. It's just a fun movie. It's good. It's geared towards kids, but it's a fun movie. Supposedly, because it's finished. It's in the can, man. It's finished. Supposedly, distribution that William Butler, who we talked about, he's my neighbor. He wrote and directed it. He's a really great writer, really great director. He's really talented.
Good guy.
He supposedly it's coming out in spring of 2022.
Well, let's hope.
That's all I can say, man. I don't know, but it's
no. I understand that, and I know that you kept the mask. Is that true, though?
I did. I kept the headgear from that I had to put on. I was like in makeup every morning for like the first morning was 4 hours, and then once we got it set, the next day was like 2.5. So it was like 2.5 hours, and then it took another hour and a half to get it off at the end of the day because there's all that latex and all that stuff. Yeah, but.
That wasn't fun, but
no, but I mean, and sitting around in it all day, like doing like a 15-hour day, you're like, oh my god, like you finally pull that stuff off, and it's just like rashes and acne, and like because you're just stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never.
So I haven't been. That'll come out hopefully within the I mean, I don't want to go 10 years without seeing it. Renting or something. But that's what it is with indies. Because indies are they get the budget for the shoot, and then the most expensive part is afterwards, like editing. There's a lot of special effects in this film, so that takes a long. I think there was like 507 or 8 special effect shots, and that's expensive, especially when he's you kind of give that work out to editors and special effects people in like Vegas or wherever the hell they are, and then they work on it on their time because you don't have the money to pay them what they're actually worth. So they're like, well, this is a weekend project, and then that goes on for months and months and months because you're not their first priority. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
That's interesting, and let me tell you something. I am interested in the new podcast. I'm sure a lot of people are interested in it. I just finished, as we talked about earlier before the show, I saw the 4th episode. This is the most hilarious shit anybody will ever see. You guys do get deep into personal stuff, which it's like you guys always have something to say and you always have a way of saying it, but that's what brings the audience in. And I'm always like, glued to the screen. I just got my wife on it. She's like going crazy. She's like, "Oh, these guys are hilarious." Of course, it's you and Wayne, Hannah.
Yeah.
How did that thing come together?
So I'm going to give you a quick how it came together. So my son came out here and he was showing me TikTok videos, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like, "TikTok." I'm like, "Oh my god, I've heard of it. I don't want to do it." Anyway, me being a ham, I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to join TikTok and I'm going to make some videos." So I joined TikTok. This is about 4 months ago. And I noticed there's this guy on there. His handle is Good Morning Assholes on TikTok. Perfect. And he does very heartfelt videos. And because he's had a lot of stuff happen in his life. And he does these great videos. He's got a great following. And he noticed my video. I put out a video that got like 1.2 million views, which was weird because it was like my 5th video ever. And he commented on it, and then I started looking at his stuff, and he started looking at my stuff, and then we just kind of like direct message, like, "Hey, man, I like your stuff, and I like your stuff." And then we moved over to text messaging because this is how this stuff does, more personal. And hey, look, we should do a podcast. Finally, we did, and we got. He came up with this one of his friends named Tyler Boyko, who is a producer, and he's doing stuff for Amazon right now, something filming out in Canada. And Tyler was interested in producing and editing it. And we said, let's give it a shot. So we did. And it's not scripted. We don't talk about we don't discuss beforehand what we're going to talk about. We just literally go on and start talking, and we see where it takes us. And I am really excited about this because it's the first time that I feel, because I'm at a certain age right now, I'm 48. I have this sense about like, I don't give a fuck I just don't really care about what people think about me and what, I shouldn't have said that or however people are going to feel about it. I'd rather just be me. I'm somewhat of an artist, and I'm somewhat, I like to say what I feel. And, I say what I mean what I say. And unless I apologize within like 2 minutes, I meant it. Like if I say something and I go, I should have said that, I don't, you know what I mean? So it's like, and he has a different, we're very different, but we're very similar. So Wayne is very sweet guy, very heartfelt. I mean, he does have a little dark side in there, which is wonderful. But our conversations will literally go anywhere from, is chicken salad really good for you? And then to like, suicide. I mean, I don't know, just whatever it is, so.
It gets personal. And when I was listening to the fourth one, like for example, he's telling an amazing story, and then you say something and ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing when I'm listening to it, because I listen to it, then I watch it on the screen. So I have like two different things going. But it's hilarious because you guys are just so perfect at the combination and the comebacks. If anybody's out, well, there's going to be a lot of people watching this, that's for sure. Yeah. Anybody's watching this, I'm telling you right now, the link's going to be in the bio for The More You Know podcast.
The More You Know we're on every platform, but it's The More You Know with Alex Skuby and Wayne Hanna. The best way to get to any platform, or even like we have a YouTube channel. It's not that great yet, but our listening numbers on like Apple and Podbean and Spotify, those numbers are pretty damn good for only having 4 episodes out. But how you get there is tmykpod.com. tmykpod.com.
That'll be in the links in the bio, trust me. But you guys should definitely look at the YouTube, because I feel like YouTube's is still growing and stuff like that. So you bringing your podcast to Spotify, to the website. The More You Know, the website that it's at. All those links will be in the comments and the links in the bio. But let me tell you something. The YouTube, you do that, you're gonna get a big audience there. I just have a feeling, because you guys definitely speak your mind, and that's what people are looking for, because that is a lost gem today in the podcast world or in the TV world, whatever you want to call it. It's lost, and you guys are bringing that back, and I think I'm gonna applaud you for that.
You know what? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's funny, I put out a TikTok the other day, yesterday, and I'm talking about, I think I came in, I was like, hey guys, do you ever get the feeling you live in an alternate dimension that shouldn't exist? And I do the thing, and it's about, of course, getting vaccine. I got so many people coming out. The majority were people saying, thank you, this is perfect, whatever. But there were ones like, you're canceled. You just canceled yourself. And I love responding to them, because all I say is, fuck off. Or, I just started, motherfucker. Like, I can't have this, like.
I love that.
It's like, I love the love. Like, I love the love. I'm grateful for the love. But it's the shitbags that come on where you're like,
what's the point? Like, I don't see the point of you posting that. Like, not you, I'm talking about the comments, like saying something negative to something that they can't do. Just because they can't do it, they have to shit on you about it. And it doesn't make sense. I know.
It's fucking crazy, man. But people out there are fucking nuts, dude. They're fucking crazy.
That's the world we live in. Before we go to would you mind sticking around for the music video?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Before we get to that, real quick, this is from my wife. 3 things that people don't know about you. I'm pretty sure they do, but 3 things that you can say that just the audience don't know about you.
Okay. Well, 1, I'm 6'5". Okay. Some people don't know that, but I am. I'm 6'5". 2, I still like bologna sandwiches. 3, I love to off-road. I'm a Jeep guy. I love to off-road. I do. I like going up in mountains and getting lost and being like out there, even if it's by myself, but like with my truck and my stuff and just going.
Where's the YouTube videos? I mean, you were doing so well.
Oh man, I can't keep up with everything, man. Like I get a headache. It's like oh, I gotta post this video now. I gotta put a video of me fucking like driving around. It's like fuck.
You went like AWOL. I was like, where'd he go?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck everything. I'm done. I don't want to do any of it anymore. I don't want to talk to anyone. That lasts for like.
Just do me one favor. Don't delete your Instagram, because even if you don't post, just don't delete it. Just leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Yeah, my wife says the same thing. My wife's like, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? I'm like, because I want to. You know.
Instagram's eventually not gonna allow you back.
I know. They're gonna be like, no, dude, you don't exist anymore. You've evaporated. Fuck you.
Oh my god. All right, man. Well, right now we're gonna get ready for the music video. It's the official, believe it or not, AC/DC tribute cover band, and I appreciate you for sticking around for this, ladies and gentlemen. Here they go. Take it away.
Yeah!
You cannot get better than that. I mean, AC/DC, one of the all-time greats. But this is a tribute cover band. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this great episode. I thank you, Skuby. I mean, come on, that was bad.
Yeah, no, that's great. They actually sound like the band, which is
exactly
pretty wild, man. Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks again. If you guys want to get any information about the AC/DC tribute cover band, their information, the links are going to be below. So go check them out. Yeah. I appreciate you. Trust me, you have no idea how much this means to me. This doesn't happen every day, so I do appreciate that.
You know what? I appreciate you having me on, and I love the fact that we've been kind of like communicating for years now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but this is the first time we officially meet.
Yeah. One of these days, we're gonna have to have a beer.
No, for sure. Whether it's video, but believe it or not, we are in Texas, so I could always come out and I'll buy the beers. But you know, anytime you want, we could do a video and have a beer on video.
Yeah.
And talk. But yeah, Skuby, man, I couldn't thank you enough for being here on the show. This truly means a lot to me. And I just want to cheers to you, your wife, your podcast, everything. Nothing but health and happiness and good luck in the future, man.
Thank you, man. You too, brother. Straight up. You too. What the hell was that? What did you just have?
That was cinnamon shot.
Oh, God.
Fireball.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I didn't even finish it.
Don't. That'll sizzle the hair right off your nutsack, dude. Ugh.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Skuby. You guys can check him out on his podcast. Every time he posts one, just check out the links below.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give a great shout out to my pal Alex Skuby. I mean, wow, what a guy! I mean, what a guy! You guys learned more about him tonight than I did throughout my whole time knowing him on social media. You know the actor, but now you know the person. He's just a great guy, has his head on right, and I want to give a little shout out to Mo Collins. I wish you and Skuby the best in the future and continued success in the acting world. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, go follow Skuby on his Instagram, on his Facebook, on his Twitter, you name it, TikTok, he's everywhere. Links are going to be below. And also for Dangerous Young, ladies and gentlemen, Dangerous Young, a great performance by them. The AC/DC tribute band. Their links are going to be below too. Great performance, ladies and gentlemen. That was amazing. And once again, thank you for tuning in. And also, thanks to my lovely girl Liliana. I love you so much, and I appreciate you doing the voiceover for the show. And I'm sorry for the little argument we had last week. If you ever want to argue with me again, you let me know. I really enjoyed the makeup part. But yes, follow her below. Her links are going to be below too. Show her some support on Instagram, Facebook, you name it. She's everywhere as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I will see you next week. Don't miss out. Like Booker T says, don't get shut out. See you then. Oh, by the way, do you have a drink?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I don't know if you want to drink that early or not, but then again. Hey, can you turn off the TV over there, please? The tablet, turn it off, please. Tablet? Yeah, I'm hearing too much noise. Last thing we need is Sex in the City to be playing on in the background. It's gonna be funny. I just told the wife to turn off the TV.
I like your setup.
So are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh, tell her I said hello.
Babe, he says hello. Scooby says hi.
Hi, Skuby.
She's in the background.
I just got out of the shower, so I have my towel on.
Okay. All right. All righty.
You've been waiting for that for how many years now? It's been a long time coming. Thanks. Man. Oh, man.